Welcome to your Taylor Council Connection. My name is Jared Kingery, and this is a recap of the June 12th, 2025 City Council meeting. The meeting began with a proclamation declaring June as Governor Dan Moody Month. Next was the consent agenda, non-controversial and routine items that can be voted on with a single vote. These items include a fiber internet service agreement and ordinances presented at the last meeting, including land development code revisions, a voluntary annexation, and an employment center plan. The council then considered application to two grant programs. The first was two applications to TxDOT's Transportation Alternatives Set Aside program, which funds projects for pedestrians and cyclists. This program requires that the city pay for 20% of the project costs. The council approved reapplying for our Crosstown Connector project, which we applied for 2 years ago. The project would expand upon our existing MLK sidewalk project, adding sidewalks on Booth Street between MLK and Mustang, on MLK from Robinson Street to the park, from Dolan to 2nd Avenue, on Dolan connecting MLK to 4th Street, and replacing the crushed granite trail with a shared use path from 5th Street to Murphy Park. The Crosstown project includes a total cost of $5.3 million, with our local portion being just over $1 million. They also approved applying for a shared use path on FM 3349 from Samsung Highway to 79. This project would connect to Williamson County's proposed shared use path along Samsung Highway and TxDOT's planned shared use path along FM 973. These projects together get Taylor one step closer to connecting with the regional trail network that extends to Hutto. The estimated cost is $3.5 million, with our local portion of $700,000. The second grant program is U.S. Department of Transportation's Safe Streets for All program, which also requires a 20% match. The first project comes from Williamson County's Safety Action Plan, which identified issues with vehicles causing accidents as they exited Carlos G. Parker Boulevard, heading east on 2nd Street. The project proposes a concrete median from Carlos Parker to Sloan Street, requiring motorists to wait until the light at Sloan to turn left or make a U-turn. The total cost for the project is $500,000 with a $100,000 local match. The council emphasized that this project is not set in stone and, if awarded, would like to see other safety measures considered before the installation of a median. The second project approved for submission to this grant program was for a sidewalk on North Main Street, connecting the existing sidewalk in front of Main Street Commons to the intersection with Carlos G. Parker and the Club Car Wash sidewalk. This project is estimated $560,000 with a $112,000 local match. Next, the council amended the tax abatement agreements with Samsung to provide some additional clarity to deadlines and expectations. The new agreement does not change the original deadline for completion of construction. The original agreement specifies that 6 million square feet must be complete by the end of 2026 and 7 million square feet by the end of 2028. The new agreement clarifies that, of the 6 million square feet, 3 million have to be occupiable and have received certificates of occupancy, and that, of the 7 million square feet required in 2028, 4 million must be occupiable and have received certificates of occupancy. This change was tied to the changes and benefits to the city and amended agreements earlier this spring. The council then approved a change order for the electrical improvements project. The project aimed to upgrade the electrical system at 6 city facilities for the purpose of connecting mobile generators in the event of a power outage. Due to unexpected conditions of the City Hall electrical system, the council decided to halt further work on City Hall, recognizing that the facility will be replaced in the next 2 years, and directed the remaining contingency funds to be used for the purchase of an additional mobile generator. The council then approved application to the FEMA Safer Grant Program, which helps fire departments increase staffing levels to recommended minimum standards. The program funds 75% of salary and benefits for 2 years and 35% for 1 year. Our 2022 Fire Services Master Plan recommends minimum daily staffing of 14 firefighters. Today, that number is 8. Staff recommends incrementally increasing our staffing levels to meet minimum standards. The approved application requests 6 positions, bringing our staffing levels to 10 each day. The total grant requested is just over $1 million to fund 6 positions for 3 years. The local portion over those 3 years is approximately $650,000. Additionally, estimates for uniform and equipment total $72,000. Next, the City Council received an update from our Development Services Department. They introduced our Interim Development Services Director, Shai Roos, and our Interim Assistant Director, Courtney Perez. Our comprehensive plan update will come before Council for consideration of a contract at the next regular Council meeting. The permit process audit is in its final phase and will also come to Council at the next regular meeting. They also shared 2 new improvements to the permitting division, including implementation of a full-service counter at City Hall where contractors and residents can get immediate help with the permit process and utilize a workstation to complete required documents and forms. They will also be adding scheduled permit clinics to help assist applicants with the permit process, as well as a hotline for rapid response needs. The Council then considered a prioritization of park projects funded by the 2024 bond. The list required changes following the approval of the use of some funds for the Doris Rosnovac Aquatic Center. The remaining parks project funds total $1.3 million and will be used for Bull Branch Pavilion and restroom replacement, paving at Rotary Field, Murphy Park, and Robinson Park, tennis and pickleball ADA parking, sidewalk connections and restroom upgrades, synthetic turf on 2 fields at Taylor Regional Park, and a Parks Master Plan update. Finally, the Council approved issuance of certificates of obligation totaling $8 million in tax-supported debt. Proposed projects include the engineering and design of an extension of Wesley Miller Street, maintenance on Davis Street from 2nd to Mallard, curb and gutter replacements, drainage improvements on Gabriel Street and North Drive, downtown surveillance cameras, renovation of Fire Station 2, and purchase of a new public works building. The projects are not finalized and are subject to change. The debt issuance will not increase the tax rate. The increase will be offset by new developments and additional value on the tax rolls. They also approved the issuance of $5 million in utility-funded debt for the upsizing of Bull Branch sewer main and the repair of TCEQ deficiencies of the wastewater treatment plant. This debt issuance was planned for in the water and wastewater rate study and included in current rates. It will not cause any additional unplanned increases in water and sewer rates. During executive session, the Council discussed Project Spear and Christopher Kibideau and Jamie Kibideau versus the City of Taylor. Following executive session, the Council approved negotiations for the purchase of 205 South Edmund Street for use as our new public works facility. Thank you for tuning in to your Council Connection. Don't forget to like the video and leave your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.